YouTube? I'm back again for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter project every single time and give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today I'm very excited to be checking out the most popular project on all of Kickstarter right now. That is Mothership Sci-Fi Horror RPG First Edition Box Set. Everything you need to play Mothership in one horrifying box. And I see the registered trademark, which lets me know that Mothership is something that I probably should already know about. If I were deeper into the RPG realm, it gets me excited. I will say I'm not a big fan of the main image. I'd like to see it zoomed in. I can't really see the artwork, and I'm sure once I click on it and it shows me this is a big screen, it's going to look much more impressive. No, actually, this kind of just covers up the artwork as well. So yeah, I kind of would zoom in, I think, on a bit on that, but obviously it's already raised $709,000, so people are hyped. I'm excited. I don't know what Mothership is, but let's get on into it. Oh, okay. These are quotes. Those are quotes. Okay. A masterclass. Boing Boing. So Boing Boing is an RPG thing. Questing Beast. Rock solid. Don't like that one. Simply amazing. Best game. A D&D killer. Wow. Rules light. Stress heavy. Marine, android, scientist, teamster. 4 stats, strength, speed, intellect, combat. Now, I will be brutally honest with you. Typically, I'm not the biggest fan of this style video where they're not saying anything. They're just letting me read the screen. But the way they've phrased this, the way they've done this, I think is so stinking slick that I'm really enjoying it. Also, I do need to take myself out of board game Kickstarter critique mode and go into tabletop role-playing Kickstarter critique mode, which means we're going to be more theme. That is the name of the game here. 3 saves, body for sanity, 3 books. This comes with dice. I love it. They're telling me about the pledge levels because, as always, when we go into the video, there's 3 things. There's 3 things at the end of the day, every single time a Kickstarter creator needs to do. They need to convince me. Do I want it? Can you do it? And how much is it? And right now they're telling me how much, not how much it is, but the different pledge levels, which I love. Oh, so that's the big box. That's the big fancy box right there. Survive, solve, save.
I'm Alan Girding.
And I'm Sean McCoy.
And we're Tuesday Night Game.
So now we're getting the personal touch. As always, I love when a personal touch is interweaved into the Kickstarter video. And I like the fact they got down to business first. They established that this is something you're going to want because it's, it's awesome. They got the quotes. And then they thought, here are the 2 pledge levels. And now we get the personal touch. So they've already done all the business. Business has been handled. I do like that.
I'm so glad you made it this far in the video. That's an accomplishment.
Thank you so much for joining us on this campaign.
Self-aware. Very self-aware, very meta, and I think if you get to that point, you chuckle a little bit. So that's good.
We're so excited about the box set. We have tons of great stretch goals lined up. We've got things like cardstock pawns, a poster map, a warden screen, even new books like the Shipbreaker's Toolkit, and a starter module called Another Bug Hunt.
Look at that! Oh my gosh, I love it! They just open their trench coat and shows everything. Oh, by the way, stretch goals. You're going to want to be checking those out. We got tons of stuff. And they didn't just mention stretch goals. They mentioned some of the stretch goals that we're potentially going to get. And honestly, I didn't even hear what they said. I was so excited at the fact that we were talking about stretch goals in the video. In the first minute and 25 seconds, I'm so sold. I'm already into the, oh, wow, let's make this as good as we possibly can so we can just make this a crazy overloaded box full of stuff. So I love what they're doing here.
But that's not all, Sean, because on our YouTube channel, we've got a whole bunch of content coming your way. We call it TKTV. Every Tuesday night at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, we will have some Mothership content. We're going to have a Q&A session with the designer himself, Sean McCoy, business partner. We're going to have an actual play. We're going to have a comparison between the original early release of Mothership versus this box set.
Wow! I love this so much right now. What are they doing here? This is how you build brand loyalty. This does not sound like a Kickstarter project I'm just going to visit and then I'm going to be done with. No, this sounds like it's going to be an ordeal, something that I'm wanting to get involved in. Maybe I'll watch this. Maybe I'll watch the gameplay. Maybe for the hardcore fans, like I always talk about, when you redo something, you have to try and straddle this thin line between appealing to the hardcore base fans and then appealing to everybody else. And by having like its own segment that's just going to be for them where they compare and contrast, I love this. I love what they're doing here. This is just... Oh, I love it.
What are the differences? Tune in, find out.
Thank you guys so much for watching this. The box set has been a huge dream of ours. So tell all your friends and be sure to pledge today.
Still 24 seconds. What we got? Sci-fi. So this is just okay. Is that the end? Is there like I almost felt like there's gonna be an Easter egg. Okay, not an Easter egg. Not an Easter egg. I thought that was a really, really well done video. I think that's why this is the best project, the number one project on Kickstarter. I think that's why it's raised $700,000 in a day. I think if you get to that video, and if you're a role-playing game fan, you're like, all right. And I also have a feeling that the price is going to be good. So, do I want it? Yes. I don't role-play. I've role-played like literally 3 times in my entire life. And that was all over one weekend. But I'm still excited. So I imagine if I'm a role player, I'm even more hyped. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? It's Tuesday Night Games, which I can tell you if you're not familiar, they make really awesome games. Two Rooms and a Boom. Still see getting played at conventions a lot. I actually just played it earlier this year. It's still a blast. That's Not Lemonade. One of my favorite lightweight filler games of all time. And yes, you see that? It's $10. It comes in a tiny package. You can pack it with you. You can take it with you. I could do, literally, this whole segment could be just talking about how much I love That's Not Lemonade. You need to have that one in your collection. World Championship Russian Roulette. Fantastic game. So, okay, this is not just me kissing Alan's and Tuesday Night Games ass here. But the Can You Do It, I feel comfortable. If they can do board games, if they can go through all the shenanigans they had with Two Rooms and a Boom, which once again, I'm going to give you a little behind the scenes stuff. The Two Rooms and a Boom, if we go here and we look at the updates, that was a really, 83 updates. They had a really rough time bringing that the first time around, but they were super open, they were super transparent, and at the end of the day, I want you to think about this. When you think about Two Rooms and a Boom, you probably don't even think about that controversy anymore. Like the controversy, you think about how the game is still getting played. And that's the difference between a great game and a not great game, because if you have a not great game, and you have a whole bunch of issues on Kickstarter, the thing people mostly remember is the not great experience with the Kickstarter. But they actually had such a great game that they were able to get over that. So, can you do it? Yes. I have no doubt in my mind. Not worry. So do I want it? Yes. Slam dunk. Can you do it? Yes. Slam dunk. 8 created. Oh my God. 1,034 backed. I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable. And then we get right down to it. The only thing I still need to know, how much is it? $59.99. I already know about this. This is the big box. This is the core set. There's going to be expansions, or there's going to be stretch goals. Hopefully we get to that soon. But do I want it? Answered immediately. Can you do it? Answered immediately. How much is it? Answered immediately. This is an A. I need to know shipping, but we are cruising to A, maybe A plus territory. I don't think I've ever given an A plus, but right now, just from the first 7 minutes of this Kickstarter, damn it, I am in. Everything you need to play in one horrifying box. Core set, player survival guide, warden operation manual, and all stretch goals. So they're showing you what's in the box, and then the deluxe set. Oh, and I like how they did this. So the core set is all this stuff, and the deluxe set is all this stuff. This is a really nice graphic. I would maybe change the color just like a smidge to maybe like this red and this white, but this is fantastic. I love how this is just clearly delineated. This is what I get in the core set. So the deluxe set, what am I getting extra? Beautiful. And you're saying, oh, why are you focusing on this? Because a lot of companies make it so god dang not clear when it can just be so clear. So simple, so eloquent. I love this Kickstarter. Laser cutter not included. Is that a joke? I don't know. I don't know enough about role-playing. Please let me, someone in the chat, please bail me out. Is that a joke, or is there, because why would there be a laser cutter? I'm assuming that's a joke on theme, but I'm so ignorant on tabletop role-playing games. An updated player survival guide, a brand new Warden's Operation Manual, and our new Book of Horrors, Unconfirmed Contact Reports. What is Mothership? No thanks, I'm good. That's funny. Welcome to Mothership, the award-winning sci-fi horror tabletop RPG, where you and your crew try to survive in the most inhospitable environment in the universe, outer space. You'll excavate dangerous, derelict spacecraft, explore strange unknown worlds, encounter hostile alien life, and examine the horrors encroaching upon your every move. Oh my gosh, that sounds fun. I wish this was zoomed in a little bit more. I want to see the spectacular artwork, but whatever. Updated rules, brand new art. Mothership is built on a Rules D100 chassis with custom rules. I like the fact they highlighted this. If I knew what that meant, that would be a buzzword I'd like to see. Similar in board games when they just say asymmetrical game, when they say drafting or tiling, stuff like that. Just, I like the fact they're spotlighting that. That just makes me feel more comfortable with the can you do it. With custom rules for stress and panic, streamlined mechanics for violent encounters, and a world-class, easy-to-learn character creation system, check out a list of our inspirations below. And wow, this is a lot of stuff that I like. This is so cool. Mothership inspirations. So, and I love this. Just the outside of the box thinking, because I have seen tons of Kickstarters that have done things like this. What inspired me to do this project? And I see it in board games, I see it in tabletop games, more distinctly in tabletop games, because that's a lot of imagination come out of it. But normally it's like it's a couple paragraphs, and it's like, do you really read it? Do most people read it? I don't think they do. But this, yeah, they did this in such a way that I'm going to read it. And it's just like, chances are, the Doom, 1993 Doom. Wait, that's not the movie with The Rock. I'm thinking of the other. Anywho, I love that. So the game has been developed since 2017 and has won numerous awards since its release. The box set updates our early releases and completes it. It makes the first official edition. We also did a live Q&A on TTTV on launch night, going over a bunch of your FAQs. Check it out now. So this was not. This was a first night event, which happened last night. It's up right here. This is nice. It wasn't up there the first day, but instead I imagine it was like, hey, come join tonight. And I'd be very interested. I'm going to guess that they got some good views on this. I'm going to take a stab in there. 1,517. That hot diggity dog. And I bet you a lot of them were active during the stream. Let's see if we can check this out. Like, does it show how many people were in there? Yeah, look at that. Looks like a pretty poppin' chat section. And they even have the chats over here. I need to ask them how they do that. That looks fancy. I like that. Anywho, man, I am just, I'm blushing. This is such a well-done Kickstarter right now. Only thing, nitpick, I'd love the shipping to be right underneath the pledge levels, but hey, what's in the box? And it's an actual 20-minute.
You as a viewer could have some influence.
What is this?
This is the.
Oh wow! This is like a really in-depth what's in the box. So we got the kind of zoomed out what's in the box up there. This is the super in-depth 19 minutes. You want to know exactly what it is? Okay, I don't have any issues with that. It's still, yeah, so it looks like it's showing you the same thing, but it's going more in depth than what everyone is. Awesome. Mothership core set, and then we have the picture. It looks good. Like, zoomed in a little bit, but I always love zoom. We've got two amazing box sets to share with. The first is the Mothership core set. This box set contains everything you need to play. So that's the one we talked about. Our favorite box sets. Oh, so these are some of their personal favorite box sets. So once again, and look at this. Oh my gosh, it's so well done. I love this. Man, this is a very creative campaign page and graphics. Yes, and I think everything is landing. I think they're just, wow. It's so, like, this industry standard. Let's go. Let's get to this, man. You want to see Kickstarter and GameFound take the next step? If every project looked as slick and polished as this, oh me, oh my, people's wallets. But what I love what they're doing here, and I complain about this on a lot of board game things and a lot of projects in general, let me know the size of the box. How big are these things going to be? And they just put it next to two very popular things that I imagine if you're a role player, you know the sizes of these. And I think that is so smart, and hopefully they did it on the other one as well. Maybe not. Maybe they don't have the box. I don't know. But man, either way, I love that. What's new? So they're going over the new stuff because it was an old system. Pledge levels. So we already talked. So we did a brief overview of pledge levels at the beginning. And imagine, I'm going to guess, and if you're a backer, please let me know. I'm going to make a prediction that you clicked pledge before you got to this section, pledge levels. Because I think they just did everything so well done. And let me know in the comments. So if you back this, please let me know if you remember, did you back before you got to this section, or did you back after you got to this section? Because I just think, top notch. A+, honestly, for this far in the Kickstarter, A+ right now. It is so good. We've got 4 pledges for you, and all of them are just packed full of content. Oh, I thought there was only 2. But PDF, PDF. So let's get to the PDFs. Digital edition, $29, 372 people in one day. That's really impressive on the PDFs. Nice. I kind of want to go compare to another tabletop game that's really popular and see how many PDFs they have taken. We'll do that at the end if I remember. That's just a nice little interesting aside. I like to do weird stuff like that. So the core set, $59, so 2,940 people are like, yeah, I'm cool with just that one box I can put next to my D&D. It can even be on the stove. It can be displayed on the shelf right next to it. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. So, like that. So what's the next one? The deluxe set with the big fancy box, which is 3,465 people, and then the Mothership Mega Bundle. Wait, so which ones did we talk about? Oh, and I like how, oh, this is so clever right here. I just can't, they're just throwing so much awesome at me right now. I can't even take it all in at once. Slow the hell down, Tuesday Night Games. I used to, okay. This is brilliant. Because how many people, and I'm not one of these people, but how many people see this image and they're like, oh my gosh, I remember looking in magazines and comics and seeing that, and that just, you just tickled their nostalgia so gosh darn hard there. Like, look at that. Look at that. The graininess in the letters. It's so well done. Oh, so all this for $59. Cool. Mothership. So should we see the Mothership Deluxe set? This is the night. So that's the box. So there's an even bigger box. Oh, okay. So this one comes with a shirt. So, wow. Okay. Now this one, I kind of feel like this one was sprung on me just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't like that. Because this is the pledge level you want everyone to get. Right? Like, this is, let's be quite honest, you always want people to take your biggest pledge level. You just do. So if this is the one you wanted them to do, I would have mentioned it, I think, a little bit earlier. I feel like this was kind of sprung on me. $199, so what's different? What's different? The Mothership has all the core books as well as our official modules, but what's different? Or you just want to make sure your collection is complete. Look no further than the deluxe set. The Kickstarter limited edition. Oh, wait. So you're going to talk about it here. Oh, the Mega Bundle. So you talk about it below it. Okay. The Mega Bundle is what you want back if you're the one looking to get everything we've made. It comes with both box sets, which include all the modules and 2 copies of all the core books. It also includes all the pamphlets. And so I don't like this. Like, where I praise them so highly early for making it just such a clean and clear picture of what the pledge levels were, why can't we just get that image and then there's an even bigger, spot down on the bottom where it's like, shirt, extra book, this, that. Because, yeah, I feel like this one was a little, I don't know, because that also is a big jump as well. You're asking me for $100 and I can't quite figure out what's different easily. I don't like that. And as a result, 901 people. But still, most people are here, and that's where I expected it to be. But then again, I expected that to be because I thought that was the biggest pledge level I was going to see. So there, A+, I think the A+ is off the table, man. A+, because that one's a big one. I think that's a big one, but still, it's such a damn good pledge level. Now, stretch goals here. I normally like the stretch goals super high. I would love to see them a lot earlier, but okay. So I like how the fact that it tells me everything, but I like visual imagery better. I think visual imagery in stretch goals is always better. And I want to make this into a poll. Let me know in the comments below. Would you rather have visual imagery in your stretch goals, or do you want it to be more clean and clear like this? So 20K funded, great. Printable loadouts, digital reward, downloadable loadouts you can print out and hand to each player at character creation. Yeah, so what's that look like? Digital and physical will add 10 more unique, fully illustrated horrors to unconfirmed contact reports, taking up to 50 in horrors for the entire book. So this is awesome. So maybe you show me a couple of what these horrors already look like, and then some question marks on them or something on the next view. I think that's great, because 10 more, that's a banger. 10 more unique, fully illustrated horrors. That's spectacular. So then we go over here to 225. And it shows in the pledge level. I like how they do this pretty easily here. Digital plus physical. A 3-panel Warden screen in 5x5, 25 sleek monochrome for the core set, and in full color for the deluxe set. Wow, a Warden. That's like a big. That's a 25.5-inch. That's a GM screen. They're just not calling it GM. Holy crap! Like, is this the first time I'm hearing about this? This is my question. And so now I have some questions about that original picture where it showed me all the stuff that I'm getting. And if this was pictured, good. It should be. But I would also have put like a little logo next to it to show me that was one of the things that we unlocked as a stretch goal. Because when I see that in that main image, I say, wow, they are not screwing around with their stretch goals. They got some bangers. I just got a GM screen because we hit 225K. That just gets me more excited. So I think that right there, I think that could be done a little bit better. Visual stretch goals for sure. If I need to know more specifics about the stretch goal, I'll just take it to the comments. Andrew Johnson. Yeah, I agree. I would agree with Andrew there. Because it's like, especially like this, a Warden screen. Like, that's not like, what's that? But when I see it's a huge screen. I'm like, whoa. Warden Asset Pack, Digital Award, Printable System Sheet, Planet Sheet, and other useful handouts for Warden to use. Fantastic. Show me something of what it looks like or what it's going to look like. Faction Toy Box, Digital. New tools in the Warden's Operation Manual for running factions. Don't know what that means. Sounds cool. And I bet it's going to be covered maybe in the updates, but still, down here would be good. conversion kit, a pamphlet detailing the changes between the 0-1 to convert. Oh wow! So you can bring your characters from the old game. Oh my gosh! This is so nice. And as a returning fan, it's like that is just such a nice little. Love that. Designer commentary: a series of video interviews with Sean going over how the game was designed. I don't know. Let me know. Does that one move the needle for you? I don't think it would move the needle for most people. But I'm speaking from a board game perspective. I imagine it might be different in a tabletop game perspective because typically you're going to splunk a lot more time into a tabletop game than into a board game. You know, I really don't need to know what the creator of Splendor was thinking when they decided, oh, when you take the wild chip, you can also take a chip from the top of the deck. I don't need to know that. It's cool. I'd like to. But, so let me know what you think about the designer commentary. Landing Crew patch. A Kickstarter exclusive limited edition patch. Cool, I guess. Once again, picture would be great. Shipbreaker's Toolkit. A new core rule booklet dedicated to building, playing, breaking, and battling ships. Awesome. Distress signals. Ooh, settlement rumors. Okay, so we're teasing. Like the tease. So now we're talking about the rewards. So this is the third time we're talking about the pledge levels. And once again, the only thing I really need to know now is the shipping. But honestly, the shipping's probably not going to be that major for something like this. But it's a nice thing to know. It goes with the how much is it. The core books. Cool stuff. Oh, there we go. This is what I like to see. That looks awesome. That looks fun. Look at this. This is great. Good stuff. I really wanted to know and get into the weeds. I like this. I like this here. I just like the shipping higher. I think you should have all this stuff on your Kickstarter. I just think you need a lot of other stuff before you get to it. The stuff that's more about business. Dead Planet. What is this thing? I don't know. This one is just scrolling. I'm just scrolling forever. Okay. I'm honestly quite... Oh, so now we're talking about what's in the 99... We're going in-depth on what's in the $99 mega bundle and the $199. Yes. And then we have add-ons. So we have the add-on section. So here's the thing. I also am not a fan of this add-on area. I think the add-on should be right after the pledge levels. Because if I'm already convinced to back you, are most people going to go through like that was like 20 minutes of reading. Well, maybe not 20. That was probably like a good 5 to 10 minutes of reading right there. Maybe I'm just a slow reader. You know what I'm saying. That's an eternity in Kickstarter time. They even alluded to that in the video. So I think this should be a little bit higher because maybe I like $99. Maybe I love the cut of your jig. Maybe I love what you're doing and I want $99 plus your shirt. You know, I think it should be higher. Mothership storage box, same size as the core set, holds 5 books. I don't know what that means, but I love how it's all beat up already. I think that's going to be a relatively popular one. You know what? I want to talk to Alan behind the scenes one time at the convention. I want to know specifically how well that storage box sold on the add-ons. I wish they showed how much people bought in add-ons. That would be just such amazing information to analyze for everybody, for the industry as a whole, to know where we should be putting more eggs in which baskets. But Kickstarter doesn't give a damn about anyone. Actual play. So this is an actual play. I can click it right now.
15%.
Excellent. Fantastic. It's right there. Whoa, shut up and sit down, play it. Woo, be still my beating heart. That's a banger. That's a mover. That's how you get to $700,000 on the first day. And golly gee willikers. I'm back to loving the project. Because these videos, these are good. So this is just a full episode of it. Because what else do you need? I mean, maybe you want a preview, but honestly, I feel like that's the way to go. Like, nope, there's no previews there at all. They did their previews by just having people, taking quotes from people. I like it. So we have the release schedule, and it looks all like, I like that. What are people saying? So here's where we get the quotes, and I can click on it. It takes me straight to it. It's a video. Excellent. So these are reviews of the original. Awesome. Our community shipping. Once again, buried down all the way at the bottom because that's industry standard. But damn it, we can change it. We can change it. Shipping we charge after the campaign ends through our pledge major backer kit. We won't charge until closer to when the game is ready for its release. The shipping rates have been fluctuating. We know lots of stuff. They did mention quartermaster logistics. Once again, I think if you are a new Kickstarter creator, it always helps to mention who you're shipping through, who you're manufacturing through. If you know that information, it just helps with the can you do it. Granted, they've already slam dunked the can you do it about as hard as they possibly can. And let's see the community on this one. I'm going to guess they have good shipping. So no, it's still overwhelmingly United States, 4,773, but still $791 in the UK. A 500 print run in Canada. That's still that's really good. Now, granted, I'm going by board game metrics, so I don't know. I need to start looking more into tabletop games. I'm going to do more on it because they're fun. They're just so interesting. We've secured custom-friendly shipping for the US, EU, CA, AU, and the UK. Wow, that's how you get yourself a... They're probably going to have 1,000 print in the UK. Good for them. Ooh. So you figure out how to do the shipping good, and you get reap the benefits. Awesome. Brazil, Russia, Israel, sorry, but get bent. Wait. Okay. So, I like how you mentioned all these countries, but in particular, Brazil, Russia, and Israel, you're not getting shit. Nothing. Why did they get spotlighted, whereas they just get a bullet point? I think there's a vendetta. That's so weird. Unfortunately, global. That is. I'm gonna try and figure this out. No, we won't. But I'll just laugh at it because it makes me laugh. Then we got this. It's good. This was a fun ride. There was a lot of fluff there that I would have liked to seen shift into the end. That was more towards the the last 50% of it. But still, wow. Let's get to the FAQ, the updates, the comments. Get out of here. Okay, FAQs. I don't like the FAQ. There's 15. Do you really want to go through every single one of these? I think everybody should just go look at Reload from Colossal Games, how they handle their FAQ. They organize it so it would just be, this is all about shipping, this is all about compatibility, this is all about stretch goals. It just makes it so much of an easier area to navigate than having to scroll through 15 questions. Because let's pretend that I'm question number 13, and I have to now go through question number 1 through 12. It's a minor complaint, but still. Go for launch. And look at this. One update. One update? What a crazy concept. And why I say that is I did a Kickstarter yesterday for a company that had launched, so they launched yesterday, so they've been up for a day and a half, and they had 14 updates, I think it was. 12 or 14 updates already. I'm like, no, people are just going to start ignoring you. So one update in 2 days, very reasonable, lots of hearts, decent engagement. But when you realize there's 7,746 people, they could get more, but let's see what they did get with the 28. I'm going to guess they didn't ask a question. End of the day 2. Our second thank you is tonight. Our third thank you is coming up, so they're just talking about upcoming things. Deluxe set Warden screen. What? What is... This is the stretch goal? This is the stretch goal? This needs visual imagery. Visual imagery. I go back to it. I know they're a relatively small company. Do know that, but wow. And this is exploding. This is exploding for them. Let's go see their previous projects. No, we get a grade first, then we'll go back. It's the best job ever, and we're just getting started. So I would always recommend ending with a question, because these are just going to be people saying, you're great, you're awesome, you kick ass. Yes, great Kickstarter, yeah. These are just people applauding you. You have that good buzz, but... So next one, I'd recommend asking a question, so that way you can stay up towards the top of the popularity chart, because you have 7,700. You're going to have, 10,000 people, before the end of this. You got to harness that. And so, yeah, keep yourself up high on those popularity charts. Comments, let's check that out. We're just making sure that they are engaging with their audience, because once again, on the Can You Do It, I feel totally comfortable. I'll give that a Bauer Ironclad lock, I hope. So don't... Hopefully they don't like run off to Cuba or something like that. Maybe they'll run off to Israel. Ooh, a person has canceled their pledge. Let's see what got juicy. I'm thinking that one of you is similar to. So this is someone asking about Dimension. Show the comment. I see from the FAQ the core set is roughly 9 by 6 by 2. The deluxe set is roughly 9 by 12 by 2. We'll know final dimensions. Wait, did we even talk about shipping? Wait. Slow down. Did I actually get a shipping price? I think you just talked to me about shipping, but then I didn't actually get a shipping price. Did that happen? No, that couldn't have possibly happened, because there's no way I would have just not noticed that someone didn't put any shipping price at all. They did! I think they tried to distract you by how much they hate Brazil, Russia, and Israel, but I don't know the shipping unless it's listed over here, which there's no way it's listed over here, because that's the thing that they do in tech, and I love it. It makes me so happy. There's no way they're doing it. Yeah, there's no way they're doing it. So I do need to know the shipping from shipping to the following countries. So we don't have a price at all. And I don't like this. So I would at least give us a ballpark. Between $8 to $20. Even if it's a wide swing, I think that needs to be something you have here. So that one I am going to ding it down, because that's one of the crucial ones. How much is it? But At the end of the day, I see them talking, I see them chit-chatting. I'm not worried about customer service, so what's my final grade? It was up to an A+, but then things got a little bit sour. We had a rocky period, but at the end of the day, I'm still willing to marry this one. A- for Mothership Sci-Fi Horror RPG. I think this is one of the most interesting and well-ran Kickstarters that I have seen in the over 100 of these that I've done in the last year. Absolutely top-notch. Mothership Sci-Fi Horror RPG First Edition box set. Let me know in the comments below what your final grade is on this one. And as always, if you enjoy this sort of content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below, because every single time I go on a Kickstarter critique, we go on a weird, wild journey. Never know which direction it's going to go. I'm glad this one didn't suck, because I really like the Tuesday night games. But as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.